Begin by removing the back half of the exhaust. Depending on your vehicle's condition, it may take some extra heat and effort to remove some of the bolts, so be careful. Start with the two flanges in the middle of the car. Remove the tunnel brace. Then the two exhaust hangers on the rear subframe. Support the exhaust and then remove the final two hangers at the rear mufflers. Using an extra set of hands, pull the exhaust off of the car. Next, remove the heat shield above the center section of the exhaust. You should now have access to the driveshaft carrier. To remove it, make a cut on each side. Then cut the frame away from the bearing using a razor blade and remove the carrier frame from the car. Next, make a cut all the way around to remove the excess rubber from the center of the bearing, but keep the base layer of rubber intact. Clean up the bearing surface. Your bearing should look like this when you're done. For the new carrier, take the top half with the bushing in it and slide it over top of the bearing with the text facing the front of the vehicle. Then bring the bottom half up to meet it and connect the two together using the provided Allen bolts. As you tighten the bolts, switch back and forth from left to right so the bolts don't bind in the holes. A small gap may form between the two bushings. This is normal. Before bolting it to the car, you'll need to match your carrier shims with the provided shim washer spacers. These are the fender washers with a smaller center opening. Stack them up as close to the original as possible. If your carrier has no shims, you'll use the provided small gold washer. Otherwise, that small washer is unused. With that part confirmed, take your bolt, put a fender washer with a larger center opening on it, an isolation damper facing up, go up through the carrier, bring another isolation damper down from the top, your gold washer if your car has no shims, or your predetermined number of shim washers if it does have shims, on the very top. Loosely thread that into the body and repeat these steps on the other side. Bolt, larger fender washer, isolation damper facing up, through the carrier, another damper facing down, and either your gold washer or predetermined shim washers on the top. Tighten both bolts to the car. Reinstall your heat shield and exhaust, and your installation is complete.